A father's love and the mirror of stars. In the enchanted forest, hidden among mountains that brushed the clouds, there was a magical pool of water called the mirror of stars. At night, the water reflected the sky so perfectly it felt like walking among the constellations. In this paradise lived a happy panda family. Papa Furiel, Mama Ariel, and young Max Furiel was a gentle giant, always ready for a hug that smelled like moss and home. One day, however, a gray shadow began to darken Furiel's heart. The weight of too many responsibilities, like a backpack overfilled with stones, made him silent. His eyes, once sunny, became distant like snowy peaks. To protect his family from his worries, Furiel began to seek solitude deep in the forest, unintentionally building a wall of silence around himself. Mama Ariel could not understand that silence. Seeing Furiel so absent, she thought he didn't love her anymore. Her heart hardened with disappointment, and her patience turned into sharp words. Every little thing became a reason to argue, hoping to wake Furiel up, but only pushing him further away. Their den, once full of laughter, filled with heavy sighs. Max had very sensitive antennae for feelings. He felt every cold glance between his parents, and it felt like the ground beneath his paws was becoming unstable. Seeing his perfect family crumble, Max became nervous and started hiding in his cave, snapping at others and thinking, deep down, that maybe it was his fault they fought so much. The situation came to a head on a windy afternoon. Furiel felt that staying would only feed the poison of the arguments, so he made the hardest choice, to step away for a while to find his calm. As he set off toward the path of the weeping willows, Max shouted harsh words, feeling betrayed and abandoned, convinced that his father no longer loved him. After Furiel left, Ariel did not explain his suffering to Max hurt herself. She let her son believe that Furiel had been selfish. After Furiel left, Ariel did not explain his suffering to Max hurt herself. She let her son believe that Furiel had been selfish. Max grew up with the shadow of doubt in his heart, unaware that his father, from his new lonely den, spent the nights watching the moon and thinking of him, fighting his sadness to become the father Max deserved. Time passed, but Max was no longer the cheerful panda he once was. Ariel, watching him stare at the water of the pool without playing, realized that her pride was breaking her son's heart. She decided to take the first step and looked for Furiel in the forest. They met in a clearing and, speaking with honesty, they realized that their bond as parents was eternal, despite everything. Furiel returned to the pool at sunset. He approached Max and handed him a bamboo twig he had carved. A mountain was etched into it. "You see, Max," he said with a warm voice, "the mountain stays still even when the clouds hide it. I am like that mountain. I may be covered by the fog of problems, but I do not move an inch from the love I have for you." To explain that distance is not absence, Furiel skipped a stone across the pool. "Look at the ripples, Max. They start here and reach every shore even if the stone falls to the bottom." Max watched the waves touch his feet and understood. A father's love doesn't depend on a house, but on an invisible thread that never breaks. The weight on his chest finally melted away. The family found a new balance. Even though Furiel slept under a different tree, Max knew he had a united team. He learned that a father's love is an unbreakable golden thread.